All right, let's talk about something a huge, hidden problem that's probably costing your business a ton of money without you even realizing it. We're talking about losing customers you've already paid to get. So let's just dive right in.
Seriously, just think about this for a minute. You're doing all the right things, right? You're running ads, you're making awesome content, you're getting people interested. But what if all that hard work is just disappearing into thin air? What if the very people you've already convinced are just slipping through your fingers before they can even pull out their credit card?
Yeah, this quote just nails it. This isn't some small little problem. It's like a silent killer for your business's growth. And get this, these are people who are literally trying to hand you their money, but something is just blocking them, stopping them dead in their tracks. And you know where this is happening? It's happening right on the front lines, on your Instagram DMs, on WhatsApp. A potential customer messages you. They're super interested. They've basically raised their hand and said, "Hey, I'm ready to buy." And then, nothing, just silence. That perfect moment, that peak interest, poof, it's gone. Okay, so let's break this down. What does this leaky funnel really look like in practice? And this right here, this is the real frustration, isn't it? On one side, you're just pouring in money and effort, your ad budget, your team's valuable time. But then you look at the other side, and what comes out? Lost leads, and a tiny fraction of the revenues we're expecting. It's the classic definition of pouring water into a bucket full of holes. So where are all these leaks coming from? Well, put yourself in the customer's shoes for a second. You send a message and nothing. No auto reply, no quick, "Hello, we got your message." You ask a question and you're just left waiting. And maybe worst of all, the business has no clue who you are. There's no system to track you. Every single one of these little failures is a giant crack where a paying customer just falls right. But here's the thing, it's not just that you're failing to respond. It's about speed. How fast you do it is everything. And this, my friends, is where things get really, really critical. 5 minutes. Seriously, that's it. That's your whole window. The entire amount of time you have to grab the attention of a new lead who's interested right now. Not 5 hours, definitely not 5 days. Just 5 minutes. And this is so important. If you're too slow, you're not just making that person wait. You're literally pushing them directly to your competitor. The one who is ready to talk to them right now. We live in an on-demand world, and let's be honest, the faster response almost always feels like the best response. I mean, just look at this. That tiny little bar, that's you with your slow response. And that giant bar soaring above it, yeah, that's your competitor who replied in a minute. It's a straight-up race, and speed is the only thing that's going to determine who wins. And if you're sitting there thinking, "Oh, that's not me," you might want to think again. A crazy 90%, 90, of businesses are failing at this. Why? Well, it's never been easier for a customer to message you, but most companies just haven't caught up. They don't have the systems to handle it all. So this isn't some tiny leak we're talking about. For most businesses, it's a full-blown flood. All right, so the problem is huge, it's urgent, I get it. The big question is, how do we fix it? Well, it all boils down to a pretty major shift in how you think about all this. It really comes down to this. Is your follow-up process a hobby or is it a system? A hobby is, you do it when you can, it's manual, it's inconsistent, and you're absolutely losing money. A system, though, that's automated, it's consistent, and it's built from the ground up to capture every last bit of that revenue. So, what is this system I'm talking about? It's what we call a lead conversion system. And honestly, the best way to think about it is like an engine that's always running for you, 24/7. It never gets tired, it never forgets a lead, it never takes a coffee break. Its one and only job is to take that initial interest and turn it into a paying customer. And it all works with 3 pretty simple functions. Number 1, it captures every single lead instantly, the second they message you. Number 2, it nurtures that lead automatically, sending helpful info and follow-ups. And number 3, it guides them smoothly down the path to becoming a customer. That's it. Capture, nurture, convert. Okay, so let's tie this all together. What does this actually mean for you and your business? All right, here are the big things to remember. First, that 5-minute rule, it's not a suggestion, it's critical. Second, any delay, any inaction on your part, you're basically just setting your marketing budget on fire. And finally, the only real fix is to build a system that plugs those leaks for good. Look, the message here is simple. You've already done the hard work and spent the money to get someone's attention. You deserve to turn that into revenue.
It's time to stop wasting that effort and finally close that loop between their initial interest and the sale. So, I'll leave you with this one last question, and it's a big one. Be honest with yourself. When it comes to handling your leads, is what you have a real professional system built to win? Or is it just a hobby you do when you have a spare moment? Because honestly, the answer to that question could be the difference between struggling and succeeding.